All right, y'all, we are now in the kitchen again for some food ahead of this very special holiday, Juneteenth. I know that watermelon is consistently brought up and barbecue is consistently brought up. And Chef D, we've got Chef D'Ambria Jacobs here, who you probably recognize from the Food Network. Thanks for joining us today.
Of course. And I look forward to showing you guys these two really great, easy recipes. And they're full of flavor and they're going to be healthy for you.
I'm excited to hear all of that because I might not be as good in the kitchen as one might think that I am. Probably not. But let's get started and show us how to make these that are going to be perfect for the whole family, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So this is going to be a really easy, inexpensive dish.
Okay.
This is going to be our succotash salad. And I'm using corn that I've grilled and some grilled watermelon.
Oh.
Now the grill marks are going to help bring out the flavor in the watermelon, increase the sweetness, and it's going to bring the texture down a little bit as well to mellow with the salad.
Is this a tricky process? Do you have to specifically leave it on at a right amount of time to grill a watermelon? I feel like you could possibly screw that up, right?
You can't. Honestly, you just want to cook it on a low temperature.
Okay.
Leave it on your grill. That's one of those you can kind of set it and forget it.
Okay.
Some pieces will caramelize more than others.
Okay.
And that's okay. Don't worry about the rind. We're not going to use it. So
Right.
if it burns a little bit, you're good.
Okay.
So first we're going to go ahead and dump our corn into the
right.
bowl that I've already grilled.
And you know what, D'Ambria? I love this because it's so colorful, and they say that
Absolutely.
everything that's colorful is good for you, right?
It is. This hits all your color points, and it's also the same colors for Juneteenth. So it gives you that same bright and festive feel.
All right. So
we're
what else is
adding
going
in some purple onion as well as some cherry tomatoes.
Okay.
We've got some red bell pepper.
All right. And you just simply chop these up into smaller pieces.
Exactly, just a nice dice. If you have a chop-o-matic, you can use something like that.
Okay.
And then some green onion and then green bell pepper.
Okay.
So once you add all of that in, you'll just toss. You want to toss for me?
I'm gonna come. Yep.
There you go. So just give it a nice little toss.
I just have to be really careful not to spill it all over the kitchen. That's usually why I got kicked out of it in the first place.
So you're going to toss that up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to also chop some watermelon for that while you're tossing.
Okay.
And then we'll move into the dressing. Now the dressing is actually really, really simple. Something that you can make with all the things that you keep in your house.
Okay.
So I'm chopping the watermelon into similar size cubes as the rest of the items.
Okay.
So that way it just meshes and mixes together well.
Chef D, this smells so good. I know that like the smell of onions is potent, but like everything else in there combined really is delicious.
And it is. Fabulous. And the watermelon is going to add a really nice sweet flavor to it, okay?
It's such a great summer ingredient too.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
So we've got that in there. So now we're going to make our dressing.
Okay. Oh, like a homemade dressing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're going to take some olive oil, rice wine vinegar, a little bit of honey, mustard, salt, pepper, and cayenne. That's it.
Simple.
Simple. Things you keep in your house.
All right.
If you don't have rice wine vinegar, you could use whatever light vinegar you have. So you could also use something like a regular traditional vinegar.
Okay. That was the honey, right?
That was the honey.
Okay.
Nice hefty pinch of salt because it is a lot of salad mix.
Okay.
We're going to add in a little bit of mustard.
Okay.
Nice little
tablespoon. You can just eyeball it, right? It depends on your flavor palette, right?
You can. The salt, especially the salt and the spice levels, you can eyeball because you just want to make sure that they work for you.
Okay.
So we'll give that a nice little whisk. So you get a nice little...
How did I do on mixing
I think that looks great, girl.
Okay.
And then we'll just pour that right on in.
And then can I mix that up?
And then you're going to toss away.
Okay.
Now, that looks gorgeous.
It sure does.
Now, we also have our oven-baked chicken.
Okay.
So this oven-baked chicken is great if you don't have a barbecue pit, you're in Houston, you live in an apartment or something like that.
Right.
So this has a really simple, easy marinade. I've got some chicken quarters. We're going to go ahead and just throw those right into the bowl.
Okay. And quarters why as opposed from other sizes?
Well, these are great for people that don't cook often because you can't really mess up a quarter. Like a chicken breast is going to dry out really quickly, and we don't want that to happen.
Okay, all right.
So this is great to marinate, honestly, overnight or 4 hours. You could do this ahead of time, but I add in some apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
We're going to add in some liquid smoke. So this is going to give you that fake grill feel that you're looking for.
Tricks of the trade.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then we'll add in a little touch of mustard as well.
Mustard, okay.
So that's why I said it's nice because it's repetitive as well in a sense.
Right, well,
you're using the vinegar.
The same ingredients you already have out. Okay.
And then you'll want to add some Worcestershire sauce.
Okay.
So that's all you need for the marinade.
Okay.
And you'll just get in there and get it all nice and mixed together. I don't want to get my fingers dirty today.
Because the nails look too good, girl.
There you go. So but you'll mix that all together. And then once you mix it together, I use my seasoning blend, which is never bland, our barbecue rub. However, you can use whatever barbecue rub you have at home or that you get at your local grocery store.
And we can find that in your very special catering service online, right?
You can. It's sophisticatedDelights.com. You can purchase that. And then once you do that, this is your finished product. You'll put it on a sheet pan, you'll get it in your oven, and look at how good that barbecue looks. And what's nice about it, is that the barbecue rub gets to stick on top of it. It gets crusty.
And that's the stuff that gets stuck in your teeth.
See,
and your
if you
mouth.
want it.
That's perfect. I love it, Chef Avery Jacobs. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your win for
Thank
Food
you.
Network's Great Food Truck Race in Alaska. Alaska!
I know, right?
You guys, she's back in Texas, though. Derek and Courtney, we have got some learning to how to make this chicken. I'm going to bring it back to the studio, but I'm sending it back to you guys for now.
Oh my gosh, it looks delicious. Thanks for sharing, Lauren.
Something tells me you can do it. She's got a great personality, too. Looks good.